In this noisy and turbulent world, the secret to being a priority lies not in impressing with a flashy appearance or a booming voice, but in the subtle power of the mind. Have you ever wondered, how do I become the center, where all eyes are directed? More specifically, imagine in 1 year when you step on stage and share your success in front of 1,000 people. It is about prioritizing your achievements and efforts for the process of self-improvement through applying the 10 lessons so that you become a priority for others. These are time-tested lessons, blended with the powerful philosophy of Stoic philosophy. When you go about your daily life with these strategies, you not only gain control over your own emotions and actions, but you also know how to make an impact and shape other people's perceptions of you. This does not require you to artificially change yourself, but rather highlights the best values and qualities that you possess. But before we start today's video, I have a small challenge for you. Watch the video until the end and don't skip any lessons. Because just 1 in 10 lessons will help you stay at the top of other people's lists, to be more recognized and appreciated. Lesson number 1. Cultivate the fear of losing you. Nurturing the fear of losing you is one of the powerful psychological techniques you can use to make someone prioritize you. It requires you to become not only valuable and significant in the eyes of others, but also to maintain a new level of self-respect and autonomy for yourself. This technique is not about creating artificial scarcity, but about genuinely enhancing your value to the extent that your absence creates an irreplaceable void. First and foremost, this entails taking care of and continuously developing your inner self and skills. When you become a source of light and a solid anchor for yourself, you naturally become someone whom others not only want, but also feel they need by their side. Independence and autonomy, combined with a vibrant spirit and compassion, create an irresistible allure. However, this doesn't stop at self-improvement. It also requires you to set healthy boundaries, knowing when to say no and when to create distance. This not only helps protect your energy, but also makes others cherish every moment spent with you. Your value increases when you're not easily swayed by every demand or desire. And it's crucial to acknowledge that nurturing the fear of losing you also acknowledges the truth that you are your top priority. When you hold yourself in such high regard that nothing or no one can diminish your self-worth, you not only affirm your position in this world, but also the hearts of those around you. It's a celebration of self-love and self-respect, core qualities of a great soul. Ultimately, nurturing the fear of losing you is not just about how others perceive you, but also about how you perceive yourself. Recognizing yourself as a precious individual attracts not only respect and care from others, but also from yourself. It's a journey to becoming the best version of yourself, an inspiration and an indispensable support in the lives of everyone you touch. Lesson number 2. Allow them to invest in you. When it comes to human relationships, investment is not merely about material or time, but also about sharing emotions, thoughts, and experiences. A person willing to invest in you demonstrates this not only through dedicating time or resources, but also by sharing profound thoughts, emotions, and expectations. So, the question arises, how do you allow others to invest in you? Firstly, create space. Open up a safe space where others can share their thoughts and feelings with you. This means genuinely listening without judgment. Secondly, be transparent and honest. Share about yourself, your goals, and what you value in life. When you open up, others will feel comfortable investing emotions and spirit into the relationship. Thirdly, let them know that their thoughts, feelings, and actions are valued and positively impact your life. This creates a mutually beneficial environment where everyone feels appreciated and important. Suppose you and a friend are discussing a self-development book that both of you are interested in. Instead of just talking about your thoughts, invite your friend to share their insights and lessons learned from the book. As they share, not only listen, but also ask deeper questions, showing genuine interest in their perspective and experiences. Through this, you not only foster a deeper conversation, but also encourage your friend to invest emotionally and mentally in the relationship, thereby strengthening the bond and mutual understanding between friends. Allowing others to invest in you is not just a way to enhance personal relationships, but also a lesson in appreciating and developing self-worth through the eyes of others. When applied thoughtfully and sincerely, this lesson brings respect and deep connections, ultimately leading to a richer and happier life. Lesson number 3. Stop initiating communication all the time. Constantly being the initiator in conversations with important people might need to be reconsidered. This approach could diminish your perceived importance in their eyes, because the continuous initiative from you might make them accustomed to your presence and efforts, gradually taking it for granted. Instead of maintaining a one-way communication pattern, a bit of distance might encourage two-way interaction, where both parties share the responsibility of nurturing the relationship. This not only fosters balance, but also opens the door for mutual care and effort. By actively creating space, you invite attention and voluntary engagement, making the relationship richer and more diverse. Marcus Aurelius, the great emperor of the Roman Empire and one of the pillars of Stoic philosophy, lived a challenging life, yet remained loyal to the principle of controlling what is within one's power and accepting what is beyond. He believed that strength lies in acceptance and understanding, not in futilely fighting against the inevitable. Marcus Aurelius's advice on controlling what you can control and accepting what you cannot is a powerful lesson in building and maintaining relationships. Instead of trying to control every aspect, focusing on personal development and allowing relationships to naturally unfold can lead to deeper and more meaningful connections. In Meditations, Marcus Aurelius also shared moments before battle, reminding himself that regardless of the outcome, he would remain faithful to Stoic principles, always striving to do his best in every situation. His story is not only an inspiration of resilience and perseverance, but also a lesson in seeking meaning and value in all circumstances of life. Marcus Aurelius's life and philosophy demonstrate that through patience, self-control, and positive thinking, we can face life's challenges and fluctuations with strength. Comment: I will not always initiate conversations to show that you are nurturing a spirit of independence in prioritizing yourself. Lesson number 4. Maintain some mystery. In life, nothing attracts and generates interest quite like a bit of mystery and discretion. That mystique is not only an enticing factor, but also a complex network of curiosity and mental stimulation. This is especially true in relationships, where a bit of mystery can be the key to garnering attention and prioritization from others. Someone who can create allure through discretion and mystery often can control information about themselves. Instead of revealing everything about their life, they choose to withhold a part of themselves, creating a cloak of mystery and intrigue around them. They may hint at their interests, passions, and concerns without disclosing specific information, allowing others the freedom to imagine and fantasize about them. A clear example of this is in social encounters. A discreet and mysterious person not only attracts attention from others, but also generates curiosity and a desire to know more about them. They may answer questions vaguely, not delving into details about their past or personal life, but instead they spark a series of questions and deep thoughts in the minds of others. Furthermore, maintaining a bit of mystery can be the key to attracting attention and prioritization from others in relationships. By keeping a part of themselves hidden, you create an environment of curiosity and interest where others can explore and understand you in the way they want. And over time, they will begin to see you as an important part and priority in their lives, not only because you are attractive and stimulating, but also because you are reliable and intriguing. Lesson number 5. Don't make them the center of your life. On the path to happiness and autonomy, we are often deceived by the misconception that sacrificing ourselves and placing others at the center of our lives will make everything better. But the bitter truth is quite different. This action not only creates imbalance and loss of control, but also leads to self-loss, loss of autonomy, and control over life. Imagine yourself immersed in a relationship, believing that putting the other person at the center will bring happiness and fulfillment. You pour all your passion and energy into serving and pleasing them, but meanwhile, forget that you also need care and love. Gradually, you lose direction, unsure of your own goals and desires, even feeling imposed upon and burdened by undue weight. Putting others at the center of your life often leads to unintended consequences, from a sense of loss of control to insecurity and self-destruction. Instead, focus on self-development and defining goals for your own life. When you start prioritizing and respecting your own needs, you will not only feel more confident and happy, but also attract respect and care from others. By not making others the center of your life, you open the door to personal growth and freedom. This not only benefits you, but also deepens and enriches your relationships, as people around you sense your confidence and give you priority. Lesson number 6. Be willing to walk away. The idea of abandoning and distancing ourselves from those we care about can be one of the most difficult and frightening decisions we have to face. However, within that difficulty lies a profound lesson about self-respect and personal strength. When you demonstrate that you are not afraid to leave, you not only send a message about your independence, but also affirm that you will not accept anything less than your true worth. This is not a statement of selfishness, but an expression of deep self-respect. The right people, those who truly appreciate and understand your value, will naturally see you as a priority and will continuously strive to keep you in their lives. This action is not a power play, but a genuine reflection of mutual respect and the value that each person brings. When you do what is right, not for the sake of recognition or remembrance, but because it is best for yourself, you reach a new level of freedom. This awareness gives you the power to stand firmly on your own feet, not depending on the recognition or value that others may or may not give you. The truth is, not always will you be acknowledged for what you provide or who you are. However, when you truly live according to your values and principles, time will prove your true worth. People will start to notice you, not just for what you do, but for who you are, and they will naturally give you the respect and value you deserve. Through each decision and action, remember that self-respect and individual freedom are not something you achieve overnight. It requires patience, perseverance, and courage to face fear and uncertainty. But when you take this important step, you will discover a profound inner strength, a true freedom that can only be achieved through abandonment. Lesson number 7. Prioritize your needs. Placing one's own needs as a priority should not be misunderstood as a selfish act. It is an expression of self-respect and autonomy. Prioritizing yourself does not mean disregarding the needs of others. You are simply ensuring that you are not putting yourself in situations where you are not valued or respected. Let's analyze a specific scenario to understand the significance of self-prioritization and its impact on personal relationships. Suppose you have a friend with whom you have invested a lot of time and energy to build a relationship. However, you gradually realize that this person often fails to reciprocate the care or respect you show them. They may not listen when you share about your life, ignore your requests or needs, or even fail to support you when you need them the most. In such a situation, continuing to nurture and invest in this relationship is not only unrealistic, but can also be detrimental to your self-esteem and well-being. By surrounding yourself with people who prioritize you, you not only increase the chances of being treated with the respect and care you deserve, but also create an environment where mutual respect and care thrive. It's important to recognize that we cannot control the emotions or actions of others towards us. We can only control how we react and perceive ourselves in those situations. To become a priority in someone else's life, the core principle is to consider yourself a priority in your own life. Take the time and energy to take care of yourself, from meeting your physical and mental needs to pursuing personal growth and achieving personal goals. When you start caring for and respecting yourself, you naturally attract people with similar visions and values, creating a positive cycle of respect and mutual benefit for everyone. In other words, prioritizing yourself is not just a means to ensure personal freedom and happiness, but also a tool to build and maintain healthy, worthwhile relationships. In a world where competition and pressure can easily erode the value of self-worth, recognizing and prioritizing self-care is an important step not only for personal development, but also for the development of the community around us. Before we move on to lesson number 8, let's delve into Alex's story. A graphic designer who always used to accept any client requests, even on his days off. He prided himself on his flexibility and commitment, but he began to realize that clients started to take his availability for granted. Work became overwhelming, and his time and creativity were severely affected. From the perspective of being a people pleaser, Alex decided to make a change. He started setting fixed working hours and informed clients about the deadline for accepting new projects. He worried that this might upset some clients, but the result was quite the opposite. They scheduled their work around Alex's time and showed respect for the new arrangement. They recognized the value of Alex's time and effort put into each project. You might wonder how Alex could adjust his work and effectively prioritize himself like that. Let's shift your focus to lesson number 8 in today's video. Lesson number 8. Avoid being always available. The phrase quality over quantity is not only a principle applicable to products or work, but also holds true in how we build and maintain relationships. To achieve a significant position in someone's life, your willingness to help needs to be carefully considered. Being always available may not always yield the benefits you expect. It can diminish your value in the eyes of others. This doesn't mean you should become selfish or only help when it suits you. Instead, it's about recognizing the importance of prioritizing yourself and not blindly accommodating or yielding to others' desires. Setting boundaries when you start is crucial. It shows that you have your own life, interests, and personal goals. You not only assert your self-worth, but also make others see and appreciate the relationship with you more. In this way, you convey a powerful message. Your presence and assistance are valuable, not something readily available at any time. This encourages mutual respect and appreciation, making the moments you spend with others more valuable and meaningful. Remember, building and maintaining quality relationships requires attention to both how and when you show your willingness to help. A thoughtful and selective approach not only helps you protect your time and energy, but also makes you an invaluable friend, partner, or family member in others' lives. Lesson number 9. Create your happiness. Becoming a priority in someone else's life is not just a desire, but also a journey of self-discovery, where the key lies in the ability to generate happiness from within oneself. The truth is, while having someone to share joys and sorrows with can add richness to our lives, relying on them for every moment of happiness is a perilous path, fraught with disappointment and uncertainty. When we base our happiness on others, we not only relinquish personal power, but also risk living a life dictated by others' terms and requirements, forfeiting our own identity and personal worth. Imagine a talented artist, passionate about creativity, yet constantly awaiting acceptance and praise from others to feel validated. When that recognition falls short, they begin to doubt their abilities and lose joy in their work. Conversely, another artist focuses on skill development and expressing their soul through their art, paying little heed to others' opinions. They find happiness in the creative process, drawing admiration and attention from those around them. To become a priority in someone else's life, you must be a source of happiness and strength within yourself. By focusing on personal growth, nurturing interests, and pursuing individual goals, you not only create a meaningful and self-directed life, but also become more attractive to others. Your confidence, balance, and joy radiate outward, making others want to invest their time and energy in you, not because they feel compelled to, but because they are genuinely drawn to the authentic person you are. Remember, creating happiness for yourself is not only part of the self-improvement journey, but also a crucial step in building sustainable and meaningful relationships. When you become confident and independent, you not only elevate your value, but also open doors to high-quality relationships, where love and respect are built on a solid foundation of self-esteem and inner happiness. Lesson number 10. Develop and showcase your competence. In an increasingly competitive and demanding world, enhancing and demonstrating personal mastery is key not only to self-development, but also to attracting attention and prioritization from others. This requires a commitment to continuous learning and self-improvement, not only through accumulating knowledge and skills, but also through demonstrating confidence, adaptability, and creativity in the face of challenges. Firstly, continuously developing skills and knowledge through reading books, taking courses, or learning from those around you is a fundamental foundation for building and maintaining personal mastery. As you expand your understanding and skills, you not only enhance your value in the eyes of others, but also open doors to new opportunities. Confidence and autonomy are the next important factors. When you believe in your abilities, others will naturally sense and respond to that confidence. Confidence is demonstrated not only through words, but also through actions and decisions, creating a strong and lasting impression. Adaptability and creativity are key not only to effectively solving problems, but also to demonstrating flexibility and the ability to face change. In a constantly changing world, individuals who can quickly adapt and find creative solutions will always be highly valued and prioritized. Ultimately, the goal of enhancing personal capabilities should be to create value for others. When you can solve problems and benefit the community or organization, you not only assert your position, but also establish priority. This creates a positive cycle of respect, support, and mutual success, affirming that personal mastery and self-development are solid foundations for successful relationships and careers. Under the ever-changing and challenging sky of life, applying the 10 powerful psychological strategies that King Stoic shared with you is not only the key to unlocking the door to success, but also the key to maintaining a prioritized position in any situation. These strategies all aim toward a common goal, empowering you to paint a colorful and meaningful picture of life for yourself. If you find these lessons valuable and empowering, take a moment to like and share this video with your loved ones and friends. And don't forget to leave your comments or questions below. Which lesson from the 10 powerful psychological strategies resonates with you the most? Share in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Let's create a strong community together, where we support each other and grow together. Every small action you take can change the world. Let's start right now.